So, what brings you in here today?
My girlfriend left me, and I don't know what to do.
Remind me how long you guys were together? I'm sorry.
6 years.
Oh, 6 years. That's a long time.
Yeah.
It's almost like the seasons of Lost. Have you watched Lost?
No.
You really should watch it. I don't want to give anything away because it's amazing.
Okay.
You remind me of like Jack. Jack is so cool. Um, he had a couple breakups on the show, and
Meet Ted, the therapist whose only solution to his clients' problems are TV shows.
yes, it may seem unorthodox, my methods, but I've helped several of my patients overcome a lot of their difficult situations.
So, what do you think I should do?
I mean, why did she break up with you?
I don't know. I came back and she was gone.
Oh man, that's like on Game of Thrones when Arya just left. It's on HBO Max. It's a great show. Medieval type of stuff, and dragons.
Dragons. Okay.
Oh man, you should watch Game of Thrones. There's about 8 seasons of Game of Thrones you should really watch. Watch the first episode. It'll blow your mind away. It's great.
Okay. I'll get around to it.
There's a lot of nudity in it, a lot of sex. Dragons. There's dragons in it.
Okay.
So how do you feel?
I don't know. I mean, I can barely eat, can barely drink, can barely sleep.
Can you watch TV?
I guess.
You know, you should watch The Boys on Amazon Prime. Do you have Amazon Prime?
She had Amazon Prime.
Oh man. Do you still have the account?
I guess.
Dude, yeah. Like, if you still have the account, you should check out The Boys. It's about superheroes. It's really gory, though. I'm giving you a fair warning. It's not for the faint. It's so good. Like, dude, it is so good.
Okay.
It might make you forget about, your problems right now.
Okay.
Which was, remind me? I'm sorry.
My girlfriend just left me.
Oh, dude. I gotta ask. What's up with your hair, dude?
What's wrong with my hair?
You look like Black Beetlejuice. Like, it's wild. Like, is that by choice? What's going on?
I'm just, trying new things,
You look fantastic. You look like a dragon. How about that?
Thanks. I guess.
It's a compliment.
And he's one of the first therapists that actually liked my hair. I mean, I'm not sure. It seemed like he had a problem with it, and then at one point he was very supportive of my hair. To be honest, I don't know if he actually supported my hair. He just wanted to say something nice, so he can go back and talk about his TV shows. I think that was the whole point. He just wanted to go back and talk about his TV shows.
What did you think of your client's hair?
John's hair was fantastic. I loved it. He looked like Shabba Ranks. I thought he was being expressive with his hairstyle, like whatever makes him feel comfortable, whatever gives him confidence. He honestly looked like a black Edward Scissorhands. He was like, he looked like he was being electrocuted. I don't know if that's the hairstyle look he was going for, but kudos to him. That's the perfect hair for watching television, actually.
Can we get back to my problems?
What else are you dealing with? I'm sorry.
So because she left, I can't afford rent, and so I'm facing eviction.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
I mean, like right now I'm debating between, because I have to move back in with my parents, which is pretty embarrassing.
That is pretty embarrassing. I watched the PJs. It was on Fox. Eddie Murphy played. It was like claymation, and he played the superintendent of this building. Um, it was so funny. It was like around the time he did like the Nutty Professor, and he was like, I can't do an Eddie Murphy impression, but it's so funny. Like the PJs, it's I don't know where you can find it. I'm sure that's streaming somewhere, but the PJs is such a funny show, man. Like,
I guess I can check it out.
dude, you really should watch it. It's such a funny show. Like, it'll make you forget about your problems.
Yeah. So and also because of the whole situation, I mean I haven't been doing the best work, and to be honest, I think I'm gonna get fired.
All right, remind me where you work again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I work downtown as a barista.
Oh, like on Friends.
Friends.
The Friends TV show. They were like six friends, and they hung out at a coffee shop all the time.
Yeah, I know Friends.
Yeah, yeah. There's Ross, Chandler, Joey. How you doing? Monica, Phoebe, and Rachel. All six of them, and they were like all friends, and some of them hooked up. Yeah.
I see.
They dealt with breakups just like you did. You or are.
Good to know.
I think there was an episode where Joey might have been fired as a barista, so he might be dealing with the same situation. But Joey's kind of a goofball. He's always chasing the ladies. You know how he does it. He's this rap scandal. Like. I'm sure you're the same way, right? Always chasing the ladies.
Do you usually tell your clients to watch TV shows to fix their problems?
I don't tell them to watch shows to fix their problems. I tell them to watch their shows to escape their problems.
Well, at one point he asked me where I work. I was like, oh, okay, he finally cares, So as I told him, he's like, oh, just like Friends. Coffee shop, just like Friends. What? What does that have to do with me, He probably thinks he's in the movie right now. He probably thinks he's in the TV show right now. Because what that wasn't therapy. That wasn't therapeutic at all. To be honest, this is not how I envision my session going.
I mean, what were you expecting?
Like you were helping with my problems and stuff.
We are. We are diving deep into your breakup, your eviction, your love of Game of Thrones, and Living Color is a great show as well. So.
I guess I've never seen Game of Thrones.
You have not watched Game of Thrones, not even one episode.
No.
Why have you not watched Game of Thrones? It's like the best show.
I don't know.
You should call up your girlfriend, and you guys should sit down and watch the first season of Game of Thrones.
I mean, but we're not together anymore.
So get her back, and you guys watch Game of Thrones together.
Not watching a TV show? I have bigger problems here. My girlfriend left me. I'm facing homelessness.
I'm really sorry that this is happening. Come on, open up. I'm all ears.
Alright, so the other thing I'm dealing with is because my girlfriend left me.
You know what? Our time is up. I'm sorry. So this has been great. This has been fantastic. So watch the shows I told you to watch, and then we'll come back next week and we'll discuss the shows that you've watched.
Where am I going to watch the shows? Out in the street?
Okay, bye. Thank
Bye.
You.
How was your therapy session?
To be honest, this was another strange one. I mean, this guy kept talking about TV shows, movies, and stuff, Strange. I feel like everything I was saying, he wasn't listening to anything. He was just, I don't know, connecting them to movies and TV shows. He seemed like a nice guy. He sounded like a nice guy, but he was insane. I feel like we haven't even solved any of my problems. And then at one point he was like, open up, be yourself. And then as soon as I could do that, he's like, time is up.
How was your therapy session?
With John,
Yes.
I thought it went very well. I think he's had several breakthroughs. We've discussed a lot about his problems. The fact that he doesn't watch Game of Thrones or The Boys, it's kind of weird. Yeah, I think he's on his way. He's on his way to recovery. His mental health, it should be on the up and up. After he watches Game of Thrones and The Boys, and I think he should rewatch Friends and the PJs. The PJs was such a great show. Yeah, he seems like a happy guy.
I don't know if this guy's a real therapist, to be honest. Yeah. I feel like he reviews movies, TV shows, man. For all I know, I could have told this guy I was kidnapped yesterday. Like, yeah. But have you watched a new TV show, though? Have you watched Lost? He was more concerned about the fact that I didn't have subscription to all these TV shows than my problems. What kind of therapist is this?
He lost his girlfriend, his job, and he's facing eviction. And you think he's a happy guy?
I think, yeah. I mean, there's just a few obstacles, but once he watches the shows that I recommended he watch, I think he'll forget about a lot of his problems. So, I mean, that's the most important thing, just forgetting and distracting yourself from what's really going on.
Do you think John should be on medication?
Oh, yeah. Like as much medication as possible.
But you just said that he was a happy guy.
I mean, you can always be happier. Medication makes people happier.
Meet the therapist who wants to recommend you TV shows and medicate you.
Not only do I recommend it, I encourage it. I believe that you should be heavily medicated and watching as many TV shows as possible.
Will you go to another therapist now, or will you go back to this therapist?
I'll definitely be seeing another therapist. Definitely. It's not the one. Not the one. I don't want. This is the guy you see if you wanna, if you wanna know about what TV show to watch, not what problems to fix. This is not a therapist. This is a TV pist, if that's a word. He definitely knew a lot about TV shows. He knew way more about TV shows than knew about therapy or the practice of being a therapist or anything of that nature.
All of this therapist's past patients have committed suicide while watching TV.
It's very true. However, if you want to look at it in a way, problem solved,